So yeah, as the title suggests, I'm going to be talking about the government, mental health, various different issues. So if it's not something you want to hear, I'll put the time that you need to skip to here, which will take you to the workout. I just want to start off by saying the reason I'm doing this video is because what I see that's going on in various different parts of the world, like in America with the shooting and stuff, and everyone seems to have an opinion on the matter, and I just want to share my thoughts on everything, get things off my chest that I feel like I need to say and speak about. So mental health is like a huge topic because every single person in the world has a mental health problem to a certain degree, depending on, it could be anything, like whether it's food, things that go on in your life, whether it's motivation, everything stems from mental health. Everything you can think of, it starts with your mental health. Your mental health will determine, like, how you use your mind will determine what your life will turn out to be. So if you think mental health, I'm fine, like I have no problems, but you're in denial, because if you dissected your life apart, somewhere down the line there would be mental health problems there. Obviously some people are better at managing it than others, or some people like to just bury all their problems so it doesn't even surface. Like I watch a lot of YouTube videos and follow a lot of people on social media, and there's certain people that I watch, they don't put out any negative things, they don't talk about anything negative, it's all positive vibes, positive this, and I'm a firm believer in, like, what you put out you'll get back. But at the end of the day, when there's big problems in the world, there's people murdering people and stuff, like, and people killing themselves, like, you gotta speak up about things sometimes. Like, I'll try and keep this as short and sweet as I can, not ramble on too much, but yeah, like, I'm just gonna be honest with this, like, with my thoughts and what I talk about, complete honesty, and some people might not like it, some people will take to it, whatever, but I think people need to talk, whether it's negative or positive or whatever. People do, if some things need to be spoken about, and when there's people killing 20-30 people, it's a big, we got issues in a society and so on. When something like this happens, we're quick enough to turn the finger on the person who shot the gun. And I know America has all these problems with the gun laws and stuff like that. Of course, if someone's mentally not right in the head, because anyone who kills someone else is not mentally right. It's a mental health problem, as Donald Trump said. Say what you want about the guy, but he's right in what he said. It's a mental health issue, it's a problem. No sane person would go and kill another person. Obviously, violence breeds violence. If you put a gun in the hand of a mental health person, there's more chance of them killing or doing damage. But at the end of the day, there's loads of different ways to kill people. Like, it's not just about guns, and I think the problem we need to look at is the mental health situation. 100%. That is the root cause of what happens. Like, I think people who go through experiences with mental health, so they have experience of it, it's important for them people to speak up and learn stuff like that. But also the people who tend to just get on with their life, them sort of people who, they bury their problems, they don't surface any problems they do have, they generally probably get on with life better than others. They need to also learn and understand about mental health, because at the end of the day, this guy what's led him to kill all them people on that day, the main reason is, like, what's happened to him in his life. So the people around him, the day-to-day people, the people who speak to him, the people who in his life, they're the people that will lead him to do what of course, we've got freedom of choice, and it's his own fault, he's made the decision to do what he's done, but ultimately, like, the people around him are the people that could have helped it, maybe, or how they've acted towards him has put him in a position that he feels like he's gone a way out and he has to do what he has to do. So it's important for, like, people to all understand, like, everyone else is going through shit, so at the end of the day, Don't judge people too much, and try and help people out, like whether it's just talking to them or whatever, like saying something nice. That could be the difference from them going to kill themselves or others, and having a healthy life and going the other way and like being positive. So just be careful when you're around people in general, really. And so yeah, I've had my own problems ever since I was about 17. I'm so intense as a person with everything that I do. So when I hit like 17, 18, I started thinking intensely about everything. And yeah, I've had problems throughout my life that I won't go into too much detail. But especially in the last, like, say 6 months or so, I've been going through some shit that I seem to be coming out of the end of now. But the problem I have is with the government. Like, I'm in a better place now than I was, like, say 3 months ago. 3 months ago I was at rock bottom. Like, I didn't want to live anymore. I couldn't get out of bed, things like that. Like, I couldn't see any point in living, existing, anything like that. So I went to mental health, I went to counselling, seeing mental health specialists and stuff. And yeah, I mean, I get more counselling from YouTube and social media and do my own research than I do from sitting in front of some specialist guy. Or more counselling from just talking to my mates or talking to family and friends. And every like specialist, the government seems to just be pumping money into the system, and they're just doing the same procedures over and over again. It's not getting people anywhere. It's not helping them. The waiting list for counselling, 6 to 9 months. Do you really think people who say they don't want to live anymore got 6 to 9 months time to wait? I got a letter that I received recently. Like I said, I'm in a better place today than I was 3 months ago, and they've just referred me back to the mental health thing, and it's 4 months time. I said, I'm not even going to be in the country in 4 months. Like, the 4 months is too long. I don't really need them people, because I know the system don't work. Like, the only option they have is counselling and pharmaceutical drugs, giving people drugs. But to me, like, I refuse. I've took drugs in the past with mental health issues, and they didn't work for me. Obviously, what works for some people won't work for others, so I'm not knocking drugs, but that seems to be their only option, is counselling and drugs. And to me, personally, I think it's a temporary fix to a permanent problem. You're sedating yourself. You might as well go on the piss with your mates, or take I don't know, heroin or crack, because that's basically what they're giving you. Like, they're just sedating you, and that's not doing anything. So I know the system is the way it is, and I don't like it, and I don't agree with it. So in recent months, I've had to work through things and learn new procedures and practices myself, and do my own research in order to better my own mental health. That's what I've done. The government needs to change what they're doing. Stop pumping money into something that's not actually working. Come up with new procedures. Like, the reason I started, the last couple of years at least anyway, like this fitness journey and stuff, is because that's my outlet. I know that serves a purpose in my life when I go through struggles. And yeah, it consumes my life, but I'm glad it consumes my life, because it's a positive thing for me, and I feel like it's my purpose and passion, and I actually want to help other people who are going through mental health problems, or if they're homeless on the streets and they're down and out and the government have just let them go. I actually want to bring them people, because the things I've learned from fitness, doing fitness all the years in my own life, the stuff I've learned from that is like priceless. You can't, like, I'm not saying everyone should be into fitness and all that and stuff, but naturally what it does in your brain when you exercise, it's a positive reaction that you get back from it. And obviously fitness for me is my job. It's what I love to do. I like to teach people what I know and so on. But getting someone who is down and out of mental health problems just to exercise and push their body to struggle, and then they get past the struggle and they see that they can get past the struggle, that's going to push them on to realise in their normal life that they can actually achieve what they want to achieve, and so on. And it's like a positive domino effect. So I actually want to come up with my end goal is to build a rehabilitation centre for people to come and work out and sort their mental health out and talk about mental health and train. Like, it's going to be a fitness based place. That's my end goal, and that's what I want to do in the end. But I mean, I'm not saying that's going to be the solution to everyone's mental health problems or whatnot, but at least I'm trying different things. The government don't seem to be trying anything new. Do you know what I mean? I've had to go away because of the way the system is, and there's no real help for people like myself who have been in that down at the worst possible place in their life, where they literally, like, I didn't put plans into place to kill myself, but there were so many days when I was going through a dark period where I preferred sleeping to being alive. Like, when I would wake up, I would be like, fuck, like, this is the struggle now. Like, I much prefer just sleeping, like being asleep. So people can say what they want about, like, people who talk about mental health, or they say they want to kill themselves, they're attention seeking, and that's generally how I felt. I did not want to live anymore. I wasn't going out for attention. That was how I felt in the situation. So, and I've been homeless before. I've had substance problems and so on, but this is a big issue, and the government need to wake up to it, because this is the root cause of all the problems that they actually get from people. Like, if everyone's a sane mind and they're all working towards the right things in their life, they're happy, they're positive, they're doing their purpose, they're doing what they're meant to be doing, the world's going to be a better place, society's going to be a better place. People are not going to go out in the streets robbing and trying to get money whichever way they can, because they're doing the job that they want to do. The reason people do shit like robbing and stuff and selling drugs and whatever to get money is because the way the system is, no one wants to go and do a 9 to 5 shitty job for minimum wage. Like, the minimum wage is useless. You can't live off that. Why do you think people are going out doing all that shit? So people need to, like, the government need to sort something out, and people need to wake up and do what makes you happy at the end of the day. Find, like, I'm lucky in my life where I know my passion, I know what my purpose is, and I'll happily do that for 15-20 hours a day for the rest of my life, because I know that's what I'm meant to be doing. But it's been a long journey, a long process. It's took me a while, but yeah, I've had to go away and learn these practices, like meditation, like my faith, like reading books. Like, I read the first book of my life recently, and it's been a massive help to me. Like, I'm constantly searching stuff on YouTube that helps with my life, and it's a day-to-day thing. It's never ending. Like, I'm not saying tomorrow I might wake up and I might be depressed or down, but I know now that I have the right practices in place in my life, which I'm on a steady straight and narrow. And fitness has been one of them things that has always jump-started me onto that path. And that's what I want to do for other people. I want to give them the jump start that they need to go on to do other things that they believe that they can do.
So you've probably noticed that I'm not doing the same reps as what I've been putting on the screen in certain exercises. That's because this is just a basic start point, a good base for people to follow. I'm currently injured at the moment as well, so this session today was like really light work, kind of focusing on the squeeze and the mind muscle connection rather than going heavy or adding weight on. Yeah, I hope you like the content, guys. Give me your feedback in the comment section and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.